Ah. Ooh. Yeah. Today's video, we were going to do something completely different. I'm going to do my workout using every single machine that they have in Planet Fitness. And to make this more interesting, we're going to have a few rules. First rule is no plate loaded machines. I'm only going to be using the machines that have a weight stack. There's no plate loaded machines. Second rule, no Smith machine. Even though it is technically a machine, that also means that I can't use the Smith machine because it involves plates. The third rule is that I have to include all the machines with weight stacks, including the ones that I don't like. The fourth and final rule is that this has to be an actual workout. There's no going light on any weights. There's no testing the machines just to say that I used it. I have to actually do 3 sets, and I'm going to do between 10 to 15 repetitions, keep it a little bit lighter weight. There is a secret bonus rule, and that is to make sure you like as well as subscribe. And let me know in the comments if you enjoy this video so that I can keep making more content just like this. All right, here's the game plan. Planet Fitness has just rows of machines. So the goal is just to start with the closest machine, and then we just work our way backwards. The main problem is going to be that I did leg day yesterday. So the leg machines will be a bit of a challenge, but we're going to give it a go. So let's go ahead and get in there. It seems that we always start with the chest machine, but this is the one that's closest to the emphasis, the one we're going to start with, okay? I need to warm up first. Got a little shoulder injury going on. Whoa, little wardrobe malfunction going on. Let's see if we can't just edit this real quick. Okay, that's better. So I'm just going to try and go a little easy on my pushing movements, but we're still going to get a good workout in. All right. So remember, the goal is that we're going to do 3 sets between 10 to 15 repetitions until failure. So we're going to start with this one. I had to slow down a little bit on that last one to make sure I hit that 10 to 15 repetition mark. I was thinking about the rest time that we're going to do, and we're probably going to do 60 seconds. So that way it's not too long. Actually feel like it's a little bit more challenging compared to if we were resting a little bit longer than that. So I'm only going to rest 60 seconds for every single scene, okay? Look, guys, I'm going to be honest. Showing me doing 3 sets of over 20 machines is going to get boring really fast. But I just want to show you guys I got the receipts, right? Like I did the challenge. I did everything that I said I was going to do. But here's what we're going to do. We're just going to speed up a lot of these videos. That way you guys don't get too bored watching. Oh, oops. Got to put a little another sensor on there. First machine done. It's already going great. I'm fully caffeinated, fully hydrated. So we're going to go on to the machine behind me. That's going to move to our back. So we'll see how that goes. Let's do 130. Our next exercise is going to be the lat pull down machine. However, with my shoulder issue going on, it bothers me to go out kind of in that frontal plane, the movement. So instead of using the handles like that, I kind of jerry-rigged it a little bit. I got these handles right here so that I can kind of keep it in that neutral grip instead of having them out here. All right, I've never done this before on this machine. We'll give it a try. I just did it this way for the challenge. I wouldn't actually recommend putting other handles on this machine to build hypertrophy or gain strength. This was not a useful way to do this machine at all. So I'm going to cut this video a little shorter because I want to show you guys kind of how far away I had to be so you can see the handles. So I'm just going to speed this up. We'll speed run through this one. I just changed the camera angle to get the other 2 sets because there were a lot of people walking in front of the camera. After this one, let's do another bike exercise. This one's going to be next. All right, third exercise. Oh, I'm really honestly kind of low here. The third exercise is going to be this back row. And I can go pretty heavy on this. This is not going to bother my shoulder. And remember, we're doing 10 to 15 repetitions. Only resting 60 seconds. Ooh, I'm down here, guys. Hey. Woo. All right, rest 60 seconds. Now would be a good time to tell you guys about the sponsor of this video, me. It's yeah, it's me, guys. I don't have any sponsors for this video just yet. I also offer a personal train on the side, and every program I design is completely personalized to you. My goal isn't just to help you get results, it's to make fitness something you actually enjoy. I think too many people think that working out has to be boring or intimidating, but it doesn't. I make it fun, effective, and built around your lifestyle. I haven't really actually done this machine other than just show you guys, so I'm more interested to see what the weight will be that I can do to get that 10 to 15 repetitions or so with 100 pounds. This first set was so great. Look at me. I'm working hard, focused. I'm locked in. Yeah, the second set is a lot worse. All right. 2 more sets of this bad boy, and we were officially done with one rope. Still haven't hit any leg day machines yet. So I'm pretty excited that we haven't done that yet. All right, I'm going to drop the weight a little bit and make sure we still get our form right. I'm still going to rest for 60 seconds. I'm going to paint you guys a picture. Do you ever just do an exercise, do a workout, in the middle of the exercise, you're like, oh man, I wish I didn't do this. I wish I could do something else, but now you're committed, right? You're in your second set, you're in your first set, but you're already there. So you just have to keep working out. You have to keep pushing through. Well, that's how I was feeling in this moment because everything was going great. And then this happens. I got a cramp. I got a cramp in my abs. It was not a good experience for me. It was terrible. You guys ever gotten cramps in your abs? I mean, what do you even do? Look at me. I'm just staying around, walking around. I can't do the exercise. I can't even barely bend over. So, yeah, this was a terrible experience for me. Anyways, I did recover. So here's me finishing up the exercise and let's move on to the next machine. We are going to do the shoulder press machine now. I'm going to grip from here instead of here. And again, we're aiming for 10 to 15 repetitions. This machine was pretty easy. Nothing crazy happened. So we're going to go ahead and fast forward to the next machine, our first leg day machine. The first leg day machine that we're starting with is the lying leg curl machine. It's going to work for hamstrings. It's really good that we're aiming for 10 to 15 repetitions because that means that there's less of a chance of injury compared to if I was going just as hard as I did yesterday for my legs. While I was recording this, I was like, is there any better way to position the camera? Is there any better way to film this? And there's not. There's no better way to film this. This is just a really awkward machine to watch someone do that. You really just don't look at people when you do this machine. This one not too bad. I did have to slow down a little bit on those last couple, but make sure that I stayed in between that 10 to 15 repetition range though, because it is still a little bit too light. Honestly though, this wasn't a terrible start to the leg machines. It felt pretty comfortable, and I wasn't feeling too sore from my leg day yesterday, so it felt pretty good. We've honestly been really lucky on all the machines that we haven't had anyone kind of, using the machine that we're going to use, but I think now we kind of have to switch things up a little bit because there are a couple of people on the other machines. So I'm going to switch things around and go to the next available machine that we haven't used yet. We are on to our next machine, and on this machine, sitting on this machine, I realized there was a problem. Told you I would do all the machines in this gym, but there's multiple machines of the same. So we're going to change the rules a little bit. I'm not going to do the same exact machine twice. We're only going to do it once. That way it just doesn't seem too repetitive. So this is our next machine, and it's going to be the pec deck. So we're going to try something different. We're going to try and just do partials because you still want to be able to get through all the machines. Maybe we'll try here. Let's see how this does. Let me know in the comments which machine you guys think I make the weirdest face on. I'm genuinely curious. Feels pretty good doing it this way. What I did is I changed the range of motion so we don't go so far back for the shoulders. And we're just kind of doing the upper half of the movement instead of the actual full range of motion where we bring our arms back a little bit more. That way it feels a little bit less pressure on our shoulder. All right, you guys get the picture. Let's go ahead and move on to the next machine. This one's a twofer, so that means we got to do it the other way. We're going to work our rear delts and move out like that. So far, this workout just feels pretty easy. It just feels like it's long. So that's okay. This is something new that I've never tried before. So this will be really interesting to see how I feel the next day. But we're going to do now the reverse side of the pec deck and work our rear delts. This is such a good exercise, especially for the rear delts. Actually, the Rock's shoulder workout that he did for Black Adam warms up with this first. So if you guys ever want to see me do that workout, let me know in the comment. All right, we are done with this machine. Well, let's go back to our normally scheduled programming. All right, back to leg day things. This one, you guys know about this one, the leg extension machine. So my quads aren't as sore as my hamstrings. So we'll see how this feels just working our quads. This machine was okay to use, no notes, but while I was doing it, I realized that I was getting kind of bored with the workout. So when I get to the next machine, I decide to switch things up. So far, we are a little over halfway. That is actually not remotely true to our workout. And so far, it's feeling a little too easy. So what I want to do instead is, instead of 3 sets, resting 60 seconds, I'm just going to do 1 set, but we're going to do a triple drop set. And of course, we're going to start with the leg press. All right. Now that we switched up the rules on these machines, speed run. Finally come to one of the infamous machines I tell you guys not to do. Well, one that I don't like, and I say there's a bunch of other machines and exercises you can do that are better for you. So we're going to actually give this a try. I haven't done this machine in a long time, so we'll give it a go. Remember, 1 set, triple drop set. When I started doing this machine, I didn't think it was as bad as I used to think it was, but I still didn't feel it at all in my triceps. So let's go ahead and move on to the next machine. So finally, we're out of the main room. Now we're kind of in the other rooms that have a few of the other machines. This one is going to have like this machine and then the hip abduction and hip adduction. I don't think I've ever showed you guys this particular machine. It's a glute, it's a hip thrust glute bridge machine. This one, some people like it, some people don't. It really is just one of those machines where it depends on your preference. I think that you don't get the full range of motion that you could out of this machine, so I don't like to use it a lot when I do glute bridges. I prefer just to use the Smith machine. And also another thing too is this, you know, some people feel it uncomfortable just tugging on their hip, on their iliac crest. So that could be one of those things where you wouldn't want to use this machine. But some people like it and some people like to use it. So that being said, we'll do it. And then we'll move on to the hip abduction and hip adduction. Where do I grab onto? Where? There's nowhere to grab. Oh, I guess I'll just do this. Okay, that immediately goes up into my stomach. Is there a way to edit this? Okay, maybe like this. That was actually pretty hard. My glutes are pretty sore from yesterday. All right, let's go on to the hip abduction and adduction machines. We have entered the final room. 2 out of these 3 machines I enjoy. The third one is the torso rotation machine. But like I said, I'm doing all the machines, so that includes that one as well. All right, first one is our glute kickback machine. My glutes are going to be 10 times the size that they normally are after doing all these leg machines. So I'm excited. finally made it to a final machine. The one I tell you guys never to use, the torso rotation machine. But because I said I'd use every machine, we're going to do this one. Now remember, the correct way is not to do it the full range of motion. We're going to do one side for 10 to 15 reps, and then we're going to switch over to the other side for 10 to 15 repetitions. One set, triple drop set, okay? Moment of honesty with you guys. I've never actually used this machine, but just because I know how the body works and how the spine should rotate and not rotate, I just know how this machine should work should you decide to use it. And that really is just a terrible machine for your body. I don't know how you do it this way. Oh, okay. The last and final machine. Let's go outside. If I feel it anywhere, I definitely feel it in my abs, and I feel it in my legs even more now compared to what I would generally feel. But let's go walk to the car. Ah, woo! It was like definitely full body. It was a definitely full body workout. The leg part and the ab part were really intense for me. Other than that, it wasn't it took a long time. It took a long time, but we did it. We did all the machines in Planet Fitness, and including the torso rotation and the tricep extension machine. So what a great workout. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts were on this one. And if there's any ideas or any challenges that maybe you want to see me do like this. Thank you guys so much for watching the video.